everyone, it's Krista and welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing this layout you just saw with my kids. They were pictures that were taken at their school about 2 years ago. And I'm going in first with some gesso, clear gesso, and I'm prepping my white cardstock because I'm going to be doing some mixed media on here. Now, I use this cut file from Paige. It looks like hanging Polaroids. And these little pictures fit perfectly in those little Polaroids. So I said, yeah, I'm going to use them then. So that's what I did. So I'm trying to see how I'm going to do it and where I'm going to place them. And I get them to where I want them. And then I have to cut them down a little more. And I'm going to use Paige Evans. This is page number 14, I believe, in her collection, Truly Grateful. And these little square, they look like swatches because they're each one of her collections is on this paper, in these little squares. So it's like a little sample of each. So I went in and I took the ones that matched the backing of my pictures, whatever my kids were wearing. So like my son was wearing like a corally and like a red color and black. So I chose that one for his photo. And then I go in here and I get another one that has butterflies on it. And it's like a minty color. And that one I backed for one of my daughters because she has butterflies in her dress. And I use that one for her. And then I went in and got another one, which was, trying to remember which one it was. Oh yes, it was the purple one that's coming up here. I mean, not purple, pink. A real light pink, and it's got like these darker pink flowers in them, and that's kind of what was in her dress. So I picked that one for her. And these were the perfect size to fit to back my photos. So this was like great using these. It was such a good idea to have these. And then I picked this purple one for my other daughter because she had a purple flowered dress on. So that one went really well with hers. And then this last one I picked for my other daughter, which is a blue with light pink flowers in it. You can't really see it that good, but that's what it is. And then I'm just going to glue them down now onto these Polaroids frames. I just wanted something to show like in the background of the Polaroids because it was so white. And I was using, white cardstock as my background. Even though I was doing mixed media, I still wanted something to back my photos, so I just glued down the photo first, and then I used those little square pattern papers to glue on the back. And see how you could see it peeking out a little bit on each side? That's all I wanted. So I glue those down next. And these pictures were about 2 years ago. They were all in the same school together. It was a daycare center, so they had the daycare, they had VPK, and so my kids were in daycare and VPK. And they always took their pictures together and took the same ones. And you know how you always get these little pictures and they're called wallet size? Well, you never get those in your wallets anymore. There's nowhere to put your photos in your wallets because they don't give you those little plastic inserts anymore. So I figured, what am I going to do with these? And this was the perfect cut file to do this. So I'm really glad that she came up with this cut file, and it was 5. So it was like perfect, 'cause I have 5 little ones. So I was like, okay, this is going to work. And now I'm just going in with my littlest one. Her name is Shay. Shalia is her full name, but we call her Shay Shay. And she's going to be turning 4 soon. And the other one I just did is my other daughter, Lillian, and she is 5. And I just I love this cut file, and I love the way this turns out. And I'm not going to show you every single one that I glue down, but I'm just showing you some of it so you kind of see what I'm doing. It's kind of like backing a cut file, basically, only you're backing it with a picture. And then I go in with these Distress Oxides. So I used Picked Raspberry, and I used Cracked Pistachio, Dusty Concord, Spun Sugar, and Candied Apple. And once I get these down, and I'm just like running them down the page, that's it. Just taking the ink pad and running it straight down. And then I'm going to go in with some water and spray them. And after I spray them with the water, then I go in with my brush and I kind of just like fill it in a little bit with some water. And I'm just painting them, and you really can't mess this up. It's a really simple technique. I'm sure you guys have seen this before. I know a lot of people that do this. So I figured, well, I'm going to try it, and it was really simple, except for when the red started running into the green. And that's why I just saw the back of my paper, because you can wipe up anything with a baby wipe once you gesso the back of your paper. So that's why I always use my gesso. And then I just go in and I'm going to do the red next. And I keep wiping my brush, dipping it in the water, and I just keep going over it until I get it the way I want it and how I like it. And then I go in on the next one, and then you're going to see my little daughter's hand come in. They love watching me do this. There she is. That's my youngest one. And then I go in on the purple. And I love this purple color. It's so pretty. But purple is my favorite color, so I'm a little biased when it comes to purple. And then I go in with my heat gun and I'm going to dry it, because I want to make sure it's completely dry, because then I go in with some splatters of paint. And I go in with my spray paints to do the splatters, and I kind of have spray paints that kind of match these colors. So I go in with this hot pink one on this, pink colored one. And then I go in the green one with the green one, and it's a shimmer paint that I got in one of the collections. And I keep on putting this paper towel down because I want to make sure that my splatters don't go into the other color, because I kind of wanted to keep everything one color in each row. So now I do this green shimmer paint, and then the red one I end up going in with a shimmer paint. It's a shimmer mist paint that I got at Tuesday Morning, and it's kind of like a corally pink color. And it matches perfectly with the red, and it looks really cool because it gives kind of like a gold tone. And now I go in with the hot pink again on top of the light pink, because my daughter had this hot pink in her dress too. So I figured I might as well do that color too. And then I use this shimmer paint. It's a Missy Whedon. It's called Plum Pudding, I believe. And I use that on the purple. And it comes out this really cool color. The splatters, like, I can't explain it. See, it's a neat effect to it. I really liked it. And then I use these little clips, and now I'm going to go in and I'm going to put their name on each one with these little stickers. So they were just in the sticker books, and see, I did all their names. See, on the left-hand side, you could see. And I picked those clips, and each one has the colors that are in those rows that I did of the painting and the splattering. And now I'm going to use some washi tape, and this washi tape was perfect because it's washi tape that had every color in the rainbow on it, and it just kind of like splatters of paint on it. So it was perfect, so I used it, and I'm trying to use up my washi tape, so I like the way how this went with the layout. And it's just washi tape I picked up at Hobby Lobby, or it might have been Michael's. They always have them in the bin for like 33 cents. and those are the ones I always pick up. And now I'm going to go and I'm going to back my cut file with some foam so that it can lift it up off the page a little bit. But first I had to take those clips off because they were just in the way. And those clips I got it Tuesday morning. They just came in a little package together. And I really loved making this. This cut file was perfect because it had 5 little Polaroid pictures, like I said, and everything just kind of went together. So this page didn't really take too long, except for like the mixed media and waiting for it to dry and all that. But I had fun doing it. And the way it turns out, it's so worth it. I just love doing mixed media. I like starting with a blank canvas and just making something with it. And then I use those little buttons over there on the left-hand side that you see. They're little flower buttons. And I coordinated each one to go with the colors in each row. And I put those next to the picture. I used some glue dots to glue those down. And I really like the way that looks. I think it turned out really good. And I also go in with these sequins too. And I just sprinkle the sequins down each section. And I used gumdrops and that summer feeling. And I also used, and those are Spiegel Mom scraps. And some I used that I got just from Tuesday morning in that little tin right there that you see. And some I used that were in the Truly Grateful collection of Paige Evans. It was a package that came with the little hearts, and it had some of the sequins, and it also had these little wood veneers that I didn't use on this cut file, on this layout. And then I'm just going back and putting my little clips back. And then I noticed I was covering their faces. I'm like, oh no, can't do that. So I kind of had to move them around so that I wouldn't cover up their little faces. And I really like these clips. They were so cute and they went perfect. They said, love you, love. And then I went in with these thickers that I got at Tuesday morning too. And they were just all different colors. And it was kind of like a wash type of effect. And my title was supposed to be Picture Perfect, but I went around and I did it backwards and I did Perfect Picture. So I do go back after off camera and fix my title, but it was supposed to be Picture Perfect. But anyways, I go in and I putting my letters down, and I really love this Thickers alphabet. I wish they had more at my Tuesday morning, but they don't, because I use them a lot in a lot of my layouts. I just really like the different colors and the way they look. I just think they're really cool. And then I just go in and I glue them down because they're not sticky enough, and especially with the gesso, stuff just does not stick down unless you use the glue. So I go in with my Scotch glue, and don't worry, I don't bore you with sticking them all down, because it did take me a little bit to do it. And then I go in, like I told you, with my little flowers. These are little button flowers, and I just use my glue dots for those and stick those down. And then I go in and sprinkle some of the I couldn't think. My sequins, yes. I go in and sprinkle my sequins. Sorry, it's late and I'm very tired. It's been a long day, a long weekend. So I'm using some of Paige Evans on the first one. I'm using some of her sequins that came in her kit. And I like the way they look because they kind of stand out a little bit. Some were lighter and some were darker, and there were some clear ones. So I liked that too. And then I go in on the next row with some green ones and light green ones. And the inside of the Spiegel Mom scraps, there was a few flower ones. And that's it. there it is. And I just love the way this turned out, and I hope you guys do too. And I want to thank you all for watching, and I'm going to show you some close-ups. There's my close-ups. And that's it. Thanks so much for watching, and I hope I see you all soon. Thanks again. Bye.